Howdy guys, how's it going? So we have got the e-bike out today for an e-bike camp coming back to a location. I think the last time we was here was when we did the Bushcraft military surplus bug net micro cot camp. So I thought that this would be a great location since I know that the levelness of this area does lend itself well to sleeping on a cot. I've got a new Nightcat Outdoors cot and their cot tent that we are going to be setting up and trying out. I'd hoped to get out yesterday whenever we had a big rain come through, but something come up unfortunately. So we're going to be doing that. There is still chances of scattered thunderstorms throughout the day and throughout the night. But this is something that would be backpackable on the heavy side. But since we hadn't got the e-bike out in a while, I thought this would be a great chance to just load it up and make it a lot easier on your boy here and quicker to get to where we needed to be. So first things first, we'll take and get the cot and the tent assembled and see what it looks like, because other than setting up the cot at the house and laying on it for a bit to stretch it out, I have no clue what the tent even looks like. So, and yeah, I was using these thinner MRE compatible roller cam straps. They seem to have held everything down beautifully. So this top piece, that is our tent. So the tent itself, I'm assuming it could easily be used on its own. That is a nice compact size. And then to be a full-sized cot, this thing itself is actually really small and lightweight compared to like your normal army style cot. And then to help keep things clean, this is Titan Survival's new prototype for their canvas ground mat. We got ourselves a bit of a working area. So with the cot, the design of this is very similar to ones that we've used in the past, with a couple of different features to it. With these legs, one thing that I noticed this first time setting it up is these are elasticated together, which I really like, instead of having to mix and match each corner individually. And then another really nice thing is the arrows here, so that you don't put these on the wrong direction. You just match up the arrows, put it together that way. Makes setup a lot quicker and easier, especially if you just need to do this in low light conditions. These are the side poles. These are a bit larger in diameter than I feel was ultimately necessary, but if you're on the heavier end, that does give you a little bit more security in the safety area as far as what it can handle. And then just like all these other cots, there's just a side with the pull tab, and that's where you start to feed it through the sides. Now, where the cutouts for the legs to add tension to the cot is, it does make feeding the pole through a little bit more tedious. It's a strong word for it, but you just kind of have to go along a bit slower. You can't just ram the side pole through. That up. Then down here where this pull tab is, you just put the pole up in there. And this one is actually really easy to do. So they didn't make it to where it's so tight that you have to really wrestle with it. And just repeat that process. For tensioning legs, you just pop this down like that. Put it through the material on the other side to your corresponding pole. and then push forward, and that locks in place. It's easier to do the middle ones first because that loosens things up towards the head and tail ends. So it just makes your life easier. Also recommend that you try to put all your clasp things down on the same side. That just makes it easier when it comes time to take this thing down. You're not having to constantly go back and forth and switch sides. But also, this is one of the easiest ones to do. I've got one cot, I can't think of the name of the brand right off the top of my head. That's still a great cot as well, but this part of it, like whenever you get the thing, the legs, all these tensioner legs on it, it's like stiff as a board, which I know some people would really like. Sitting there we have the cot. And for sure can be used as is, like this, with the tent on top. But since we're trying out the whole system, I'm going to put the extension legs on it so that it's normal cot height. Here's the bag of the extension legs. They are all the same and no difference. Doesn't matter what side of shiny aluminum. I kind of want you to snap in to these holes here along the sides, and you'll hear a nice little click. They don't lock in place, they just kind of have I guess kind of like some divots in them, just enough for tension to keep them in place whenever you flip this thing over. What I'm hoping with these is where the ground is wet, I'm hoping that they don't dig in too much, but I hope they dig in enough that the cot won't be moving, and it'll feel like we have just like a really sturdy platform to lay on. And yeah, talk about a really nice compact cot, like size cot to take car camping or ATV camping, so you can have yourself just like a really nice bed. And I brought my Savada mat. That's what we'll be laying on, just for the cushion and the comfort. Now we gotta take a look at our tent. So right there's an image of what the tent looks like. So it seems like we got plenty of mesh, which is great for ventilation. If it wasn't for me testing out this whole complete system, I would leave the rainfly off, and I brought that Varshtylika Sarma tarp with me, so that we would have a place to chill under if it starts raining. But I would just put that over top of this to allow maximum airflow. Okay, so that right there is the rainfly. Feel of this, quality seems on point. Not really being, there shouldn't really be any rocket science to this. I think it's just the 4-pole and then the one at the top, or what companies have been doing, which I really like, is a lot have started, or that's been a thing for a while, but going with where you have this circular piece of machined aluminum right here that all your poles are already ran through, so they just click in place. It's a good idea. It recommends just going ahead and spreading this tent over the cot itself. Seems like a pretty adequate spot. Yeah, it does appear this is a single side entry. Down at each corner, like pretty much all tents, you have a grommet, and then like that nipple of the pole goes into it. Just do that there. Keep that here at the head end. And that pretty much just spreads out your base. It's just as simple as clipping your clips to the poles, tighten out the tent body. Until we get to the top right there, and that's we'll put that top tensioning rod or pole in place. So yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for explaining what I'm doing and moving the camera and stuff, this is a really, really quick and easy setup. Spread that out like that. And then to keep this thing on the cot here at the corners, you have these straps. So we'll just feed that through there. And you'll want to get all of them on and just loosely tension before you really crank it down, or it's just going to pull it to one side. Beautiful, smooth zip. All that's good to go. Decent head height to sit up. Oh wait, there. And we got a hook to hang a light, so always nice to see. Now the rainfly should just go over the top once we figure out what the front end is, and then it's got buckles to clip it in place. And yeah, the buckles just line up, so there's nothing really complicated to show there. Just corner to corner. It's just this thing only has the one zip on the one side. It makes it easy to line that up. And then on the front and back, there is a pre-attached guy outline, so we are going to use that just to tighten everything up. With this, they give you some pretty basic tent stakes. And then we'll really mess with the tension. Alright, so I'll put this further right here, I think. Be a good idea to zip this up first. Okay, and when there's a strap to where you can take and pull this down and attach it to the cot itself, I believe, or go underneath with it. I want the rain fly to be pulled out a bit like this to allow more airflow and stuff to get up underneath there. So that is the plan. And since the ground's been so wet, set a rock on there just to... And yeah, there we have it, guys. That is our sleeping abode for the night. I could play around with the straps a bit more to really smooth out a lot of these lines. But unless we start getting precipitation, I am going to have this rolled back and tucked away, because there's still a bit of a lift right here anyways, so wouldn't be like there's a ton we'd have to worry about, and you could just quickly reach out, unbutton. That's the only one. Okay, there's only one there. Really, we could take and roll this back both ends out, and I might do that, and then we can stake it back out later and just kind of see how things go. But all in all, I'm already impressed with the look and feel of it. So, and then we got ourselves a nice floor mat by utilizing that ground mat, and then we'll take this Savata sleeping mat and I'll shake it out. Last thing we're done with it. Lay her down like that, straighten out. And then the nice thing about this Savata mat is where you have these sides. That kind of helps keep the tent floor, the tent floor, clean. So that, I mean, if there was a quick shower, we could just hop in here, get on our mat, Oh, and be super, super comfortable. This thing is very, very nice. I don't know the specs off the top of my head. Anybody that's new, I'm 5'10", 150 pounds. I'd say you're good in this tent to 6'2". I'd say about 6'2". After that, you're probably going to be pushing it. You can sleep probably a little bit longer if you're a little bit taller on the cot by itself. But the tent body, you know, that takes up just a little bit on each side. That is really comfortable. So I'm going to take them. Don't even really need to set the chair up, to be honest with you. I just brought that in case of the rain, but for now I'm not even going to deal with the headache because that's one less thing to take down in the morning. But we have a chair with us, and we had the, you know, the e-bike, so no reason not to, didn't have to go, you know, super light on this one. But yeah, everything we needed just to have something like this. I mean, a cot tent set up like this and a tarp. I mean, you could, this right here is base camp level setup for most anywhere that you're going to be. You know, I don't know, this thing probably wouldn't handle like a super heavy snow load, but if you're just talking a couple inches, no problem whatsoever. So yeah, really cool. I'm going to play around with the adjustments just a little bit more, and I'll get back with y'all whenever we move on to what we're doing next. Oh, so it's about time to take a break out our MRE, but I want to get my pillow and my blanket for the night in place. Same pillow I've been using for months, the Madre pillow, and then on the past 2 or 3, and this might be the 4th or the 3rd, one of the other. This is the gravel travel blanket. I have really been enjoying using this now as like a summer blanket in place of my Woobie because it is more compact. That's what I've been going with. Pillow with this setup, just like really just a little bit of air. Don't need much in there at all. The blanket. You just got to figure out where the area is with the place to put your feet at. Bed fit for a jester, you know. Oh, you know, before it gets too dark, I'm going to go ahead and get some food in me. So, got the MRE in there. Some other snacks and things in this Hilltop Gear food bag. That's why there's a bit more excess at the bottom there. So tonight we have got menu 24, Southwest style beef and black beans. You can use this right here to lining bag, which is fine. Actually, was there even, I don't even know if there was a lining bag to this one. I don't think there was. It was just the components themselves. Okay, so right here we have got blueberry cobbler. I've been looking forward to getting the cobbler and one of these MREs for a while to try it out. Got an applesauce pound cake, teriyaki beef jerky stick, tortilla, cheese spread, and then our beef and black beans. Okay, looking in the accessory packet, unfortunately there's no type of hot sauce, not even a powdered hot sauce. We do have coffee. I'm going to save that for in the morning. Right now I'm going to take and rip open the old beef jerky stick so that we can be eating on it while we prepare our main meal. But yeah, I'm going to save the applesauce pound cake and coffee to have for a bit of breakfast. Because where it was really hot and humid today, I'm hungry, but my appetite is not through the roof. So I already drank everything out of my canteen, and I have a 3 liter hydration bladder in my pack there. So, since this is really the only thing that needs to be heated right now, I use my alcohol stove in the morning to heat our water for having coffee and stuff. So a mouthful of water will do it. That's probably not the most hygienic way to go about doing that, but everything is in its own packaging anyways. So far we've had good luck. Okay, so we've let about 12 to 14 minutes pass, somewhere in that time frame. So that should be plenty of time for one main, or no, cheese is definitely going to be pretty much liquefied right now. So we'll reach in here, pull this bad boy out. Oh yeah, that right there is just piping hot. Okay, when I tore that, I tore this corner down a little bit. It's about halfway down, so that's my fault. But that's what this looks like. This is what that looks like before cheese. That looks and smells great. Now it's just time to dig in. I've had this one a couple times, and I mean it's just as good as ever. But could really benefit from a hot sauce or just some black pepper. And if you're new and wondering why I didn't put it on tortilla, it's just because where they're flat packed like this, there's such a prominent crease in the tortilla itself that as soon as you put any weight into it, after you open it up, it just splits it down the middle and everything dumps out the bottom. So this is the best way to do it. That was delicious. Yeah, here we go. So time for, get it the right direction, this cherry blueberry cobbler. The cobblers seem to be something that whatever process they use for the preservation, MREs have really gotten right. This one is a bit more bready, it seems like, than the last one I had, which is fine, hopefully. But looks and smells fine. And even though it's a little breadier, still extremely moist. And there's actually some big chunks of cherry and blueberry in there. So it's not like it's just all artificial BS. But I did make very quick work of that. So, yep, I got something on my phone, got something downloaded, just going to watch it for a bit till it's time to go to bed. I'm probably going to take and pull this back out and stake it down and leave one side open, just because when we had the back staked down, it's just kind of pulled this at a point to where the angle of this is just enough to where some dew might start to try to land right here on the edge and could seep in. It wouldn't be enough really to do anything, but if we did get one of those midnight showers or something, then that could lead to some moisture getting inside. So just in case, to avoid that. And then, you know, if it came an actual rain, like a decent rain shower, then I could just zip down this front end and be good to go real quick and easy. And everything right here, like my pack and stuff, would be covered. Back with y'all whenever it's time to do that. But that was a very, very good 2 thumbs up MRE. Alrighty guys, well, it is time to hit the haze. I'm gonna knock my boots off. The little hook in here is perfect. That little UCO lantern. Mine you could also take and hang your headlamp or whatever you like to. There's a bunch of, and it's funny because I really didn't see them much earlier today, but there's a bunch of fire ants and stuff crawling around. So I'm going to take and put my boots at the foot end of the tent, and because of the way that overlap is with that Barstolica Savata mat, I can actually do so without even getting the tent floor dirty, and the treads on these boots really don't hold on to stuff that bad. Like, well, it's easy to beat them out. That's the easiest thing. But I got this flat down just to have a place to put my bag, keep the dew and stuff off of it. And then, like I said, if it does start to rain, all I got to do is reach around and undo that button, put the zip down, and there's a good size vegetable right here on this side of the tent. But I gotta say, I mean, whenever I first seen it, just because all you had to go by was the website pictures and stuff, you know, I don't know, I just wasn't 100% sure about it. But I'm very, very pleased with what we got. Right now, the heat and humidity, I'm going to tuck my feet in the foot box. Oh, and get cozy. But this is a very, very nice setup. I mean, this is, I would say this falls in the category of minimalist glamping. Just for a reference point. So, with all that said, guys, I will see y'all in the morning. Good morning, guys. How's it going? I am still half asleep, but speaking of sleep, this cot tent setup is so comfortable. Really cannot recommend this from a comfort standpoint enough. But you know, still have to take and leave this thing set up for a bit to see how well the durability is overall. Because I don't plan on coming back to this spot for at least another week or two. So I'm thinking, just like we've done with the nightcat hammock that we had, I'm not going to leave this here for a full month, just because I think I'm going to be needing to use cot portion of this overall setup sooner than that, but a good week or two test initially is a fine place to start, and we'll obviously use this overall setup again as a whole at some point. Actually, I slept in a decent bit because this was so comfortable, so I don't really want to fool around with an alcohol stove or have to make a fire or anything. The amount that applesauce pound cake, which I've had that before, it's really good. The pound cakes are very solid out of the MRE, so not to jump you on that, but I'll make sure to finish it on with cooked breakfast one morning. But I'm going to get out of here, so as always, guys, thank you for watching. Please make sure that thumbs up button, subscribe if you have not already, share the channel with your friends, family, anybody that enjoys good old outdoor activities and gear. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comment section. Hit me with thoughts, questions, opinions, whatever. And yeah, guys, till the next one, adios.